right. Well, thank you so much for being here today. Welcome and namaste. We are in this week here in the US, this celebration of Thanksgiving. And while there can be mixed feelings about the history of Thanksgiving or even the present day reality of Thanksgiving, like any moment in culture or life, it's an invitation and an opportunity to pause and to find a time of ritual. And this time of pause, this celebration of Thanksgiving, is really asking us to remain in a seat of gratitude. That's actually what this is all about, right? Not necessarily the turkey and the potatoes and the right, but it's actually about the practice of gratitude and this invitation to take pause in our life and to cultivate this awareness of what we are grateful for. And I always say that gratitude is one of the fastest practices towards contentment. And sometimes it's easy to feel frustrated with the things that are right in front of us, or we have the blinders of life on. And so the little things can feel upsetting, or maybe we're frustrated that this year isn't as free as the last years. But gratitude, to pause and realize what we have, the half full cup rather than the half empty cup, it takes us right into a state of contentment, right? Like, wow, I'm so grateful for my house, for my health, for my friends, for my loved ones, for my, XYZ. But even just a simple cup of tea, and actually, how many people don't have that or don't have access to that? And so I love this holiday, not necessarily for how it's necessarily celebrated in the now, but the question that it asks us, right? What are you grateful for? And it is this time generally to come together with loved ones, family, and friends, and the people that we are grateful for. And while we might not be able to do that this year, or maybe it looks different this year, the question still remains, right? What is the gratitude even here? What is the gratitude in this moment, even amidst this pandemic, amidst the unknown, the uncertain, even the fear? There's still that gift of gratitude. And so I plant that seed, as I'm sure many of you are already thinking in your own lives, right? It's just, what are you grateful for? And can we really rest in that place of deep reverence and humility for all that we do have, and celebrate what is full in our lives? And so that is our invitation as we dive into practice. And we're going to go ahead and start on the ground. And we're actually going to start in a reclined twist today, right? This wringing out of anything we might have brought in. And if you'd like support for this, you might take a block or a bolster over towards the left side. And you can let your knees stack and bring your knees over towards the left and open your chest back to the right. And you might not need support. You'll just wiggle your shoulders wide, letting the back of your heart broaden to the mat. And just make any adjustments you might need. Beautiful. And then take a deep breath in through your nose and a sigh out the mouth. You might find another breath just like that, in through the nose and a sigh out the mouth. And if there is any heaviness that has walked in with you today, it's that gentle invitation to let it go. Whether you label it as stress or tension, frustration, unease. And this gesture of wringing out, of rinsing out, just let it go. And begin to slowly turn your awareness to your breath. And you begin this deepening of your inhale and a lengthening of the exhale. And that as we arrive, as we find this shift into our practice, just wringing out, letting go of the thoughts of the mind, and even the places you hold in the body. These last two breaths here on this side, deeper inhale. And that complete exhale. And that next time you breathe out, let's take a slow unwind. Let the knees come in towards the chest. And just give yourself a gentle hug. Take a moment to rock the knees side to side. And that deeper breath in and a long breath out. And your knees this time come over to the right. And you let the chest fall back to the left and either take that bolster or block maybe under the knees, between the thighs. And then widen the shoulder blades down to the mat. And take a breath in through your nose. A sigh out the mouth. And then settle right back down. Feeling more space in the body, more space in the mind. As we let go of the notion that the glass of our life is half empty, we begin to see the beauty that is here. As you now shift your attention towards that which you are grateful for. And for the things small and large, for the people both near and far. For the abundance that surrounds your life right here, right now, in this moment. And to breathe it in, to let it fill you up. All that you are grateful for. Even the air itself, this breath itself. It's the gift of life. Each inhale, thank you for this precious gift. And so for these last few breaths here, continue to breathe in all that you are grateful for. Let it fill you up, let it vibrate in each cell of your being. That there truly is beauty in every moment of life. And so these last two breaths to simply breathe and receive that feeling of gratitude. And that last breath here. And this time, as you find that next exhale, you'll unwind, bring the knees back to center. And again, find that little hug of knees in towards the chest. If you'd like, you might find happy baby, soles of your feet to the sky, knees wide. And you're welcome to find that gentle rock, or you're welcome to stay and rest in stillness. And taking a deeper breath in, all the way out. Beautiful. One more breath in. And on the exhale, knees come to the chest if they're not there already. Right? Hands to the backs of the thighs. Take a little rock and roll forward and backward along your spine. Taking a few more, this gentle massage. Beautiful. This last one as you exhale, cross your ankles, your shins. We're going to come over towards our hands and our knees. Letting the knees root under the hips, hands under the shoulders. As you inhale, belly drops, chest rises. And as you exhale, round your spine, push the earth away, chin to chest. Beautiful. Take two more deep breath in, belly drop. Exhale, chin to chest. Okay, one more. Grateful for that mobility of our body, an able body. And exhale, chin to chest. Looking forward, hips stay over the knees, and we'll simply walk our hands out and away from the hips on the Hatasana, letting the heart and head melt towards the earth. If that's too much for the shoulders, then you can come up onto the elbows and forearms, and then gently let the chest fall towards the ground, finding your range of motion. Beautiful deep breath in, full breath out. That gratitude for the blossoming of our hearts, the capacity of our heart to open and to know love in all its forms. Last breath here. Lift your chest, root your elbows, come all the way to your belly. Big breath in, take your gaze forward. And then exhale, third eye to the earth, slide your hands by your ribs. Little tuck of your toes, and as you exhale, hands and knees to downward facing dog. We're going to walk our hands to the back of our mat, so keep taking the weight into your feet. Feet are wider than the hips here. And as you arrive, grab hold of opposite elbows, take a sway side to side. Beautiful. Deep breath in, all the way out. You can bend the knees as much as you need. Take another breath here. And then release your hands. Let your knees bend a lot, belly to the thighs. Gonna roll one vertebrae at a time, come all the way up to standing. Let your head rise last. Inhale, take shoulders all the way up to the ears, and then exhale, roll down your back. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhale, up to the ears. Exhale, down the back. Good. One more breath in, all the way out. Yeah. Gentle bend in your knees. Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, reach up. As you exhale, swan dive forward and down. The heart guides our way, forward fold. One breath to halfway lift, long spine, look forward. Exhale, belly hugs in and you fold. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Get this wave of gratitude, each breath in. One more, halfway lift. Exhale as you fold. Let the knees bend. Look forward, walk your hands out to plank, top of a push-up. Yeah. Taking a deep breath here. As you exhale, knees to the earth. Resist the floor, chest and chin lower. Legs come long. One breath, cobra as you rise. And exhale, slowly lower to the ground. And 2 more, nice deep breath in. Cobra, lift the heart. As you exhale, slowly release back down. One more deep breath in as you lift the chest. Exhale all the way down. Yeah, big press back to child's pose. Big toes touch, knees wide. Let the belly and heart fall between the thighs. Arms reach to the top of your mat. Yeah, stay here. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Thinking one more here. Look towards your hands. As you inhale, big hip circles come all the way up towards the wrists. And as you exhale, press your hips back to the heels. Take 2 more in this direction. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Beautiful. One more. And then 3 circles. Move the opposite way as you inhale forward. And exhale, press back. I'm grateful for the fluidity of our body, not fluidity of our breath. Next time you inhale, rise straight to center. And tuck your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take your hips to the sky, legs long. Hands are shoulder distance, feet at least hip distance. You're welcome to walk out your legs as you arrive. Bend one knee and then the other. Press more to the pointer finger and the thumb. Spread the fingers wide and then root through the hands as you lengthen your spine. Even more space as the tailbone lifts towards the ceiling. Big breath in. Maybe you find that sigh as you let it out. Beautiful. Big toes touch. As you inhale, take your right leg to the sky and then bend that right knee. Take a big circle, roll through that right hip. Big breath in, all the way out. Yeah, 2 more as you circle through that right hip. Right, so grateful for the mobility of this body. Inhale, right leg to the sky, 3-legged. Look forward, exhale, shoulders over the wrist. Step that right foot all the way through, right? Fingertips towards the earth. You're always welcome to take blocks here. We're lifted on our back leg. And then take an inhale, squeeze the inner thighs together, look forward. Right? Try to take the weight out of the fingers so that right hip is drawing back, inner thighs squeezing together. Fingers can stay to the earth or blocks. If you want more, reach your arms towards that wall behind you. Belly is hovering just above that right thigh. Longer through the crown of the head and that back heel. Deep breath in, all the way out. Right, 2 more here. Grateful for the strength of this body. Good. As you exhale, fingers come back to the earth if they're lifted. Drop your back knee. Right, untuck the toes, lunge forward on the inhale. Ardha Hanuman, hips back as you exhale. Again, always welcome to find blocks for the hands. 2 more, this little pulse through the right hip. Inhale, lunge forward. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, fold back. One more deep breath in. Exhale as you lunge back. Good. Inhale, lunge to the top of your mat. Let the left hand root down under that shoulder. Take an inhale, circle your right arm all the way to the sky. Beautiful. A few breaths here as you twist through the spine. Firm your right big toe to the earth. Keep that right knee over the ankle. Good. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Taking another breath here. And as you exhale, reach that right hand to the back of your mat. Let it circle all the way down. Frame the right foot. Back toes tuck. I'm going to lift that back knee. Inhale, plank, top of a push-up. As you exhale, shoulders come forward over the wrists. Drop the knees. Bend the elbows all the way to the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, third eye to the earth. Taking one more. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, third eye to the earth. Good. Big breath in. Exhale, child's pose, hips back to the heels, all the way out. And stay steady with your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. I'm so grateful for the invitation to pause. And to reflect on that which you are grateful for. And last breath here. Looking forward towards the hands. As you inhale, rise towards the hands and the knees. You're going to drop your belly, lift the chest. And then as you exhale, begin to round your spine, chin and chest, and then sit your hips all the way back to the heels, extended child's pose. 2 more. Inhale, rise up. Let the belly drop. It's a long inhale, head rises. Long exhale as you round the spine, chin and chest, and then sit the hips back to the heels. Taking one more big breath in. I'm so grateful for each breath, all the way out. Not inhale, hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lengthen your legs, hips to the sky. And feel free to walk out your legs one more time here. Again, press firm to the pointer finger and the thumb. And then let the shoulders roll away from the ears. So grateful for this invitation to stretch and expand, right? Maybe even to find the edge of our practice and grow there. Right? What a gift that is. There's no right, there's no wrong. Big toes touch. Left leg to the sky as you inhale. Bend that left knee. Take a nice big circle, roll out that left hip. Thinking about 3 circles here. Right, so grateful to feel into our body. And then left leg sweeps to the sky, three-legged. Look forward as you exhale, shoulders over wrist, step that left foot all the way through. Or lift it on our back leg. Fingertips might come to the earth, or you're always welcome to take blocks. And so we're engaging in the legs already. Left hip presses back, strong through our back leg. And as you find that breath here, you might stay, right? Fingers to some support or the earth. You want a little bit more, fire up the legs. Strong in your belly, squeeze the inner thighs together, sweep the arms behind you, reach to that back wall. And the belly hovers above the left thigh, and it's a generous breath in and a grateful breath out. Slow, deep breaths, 2 more here. Good, last one. That exhale, hands come down to the earth. We all drop that back knee. Look forward, lift the gaze, breathe in light through the chest. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman, shift your hips back. 2 more, use as much support as you need. I'm grateful for that support when we need it, right? What a gift that is. Taking 1 more. Inhale, lunge to the top of your mat. Right hand now plants right under that right shoulder. Left arm, reach it all the way forward and then up to the sky. Firm your left big toe to the earth and then draw that left hip back. So you want to lift out of that bottom shoulder to take some of the weight out of your bottom arm. And it's just a few breaths here to squeeze out, rinse out from the spine. Taking another 2 breaths here. Strong in the belly, beautiful. Good, big inhale. Exhale, take that left hand to the back of your mat and then circle all the way down. Back toes tuck, lift that knee. Inhale, plank, top of a push-up. And as you exhale, shoulders over the wrists, drop the knees. Bend the elbows all the way to your belly. 1 breath in, cobra as you rise. And then exhale, bring the hands forward in front of you. Take the elbows to the sides of your mat. Can soften your forehead to the hands. You're welcome to bend your knees and windshield wipe your feet. Or you might want to leave the legs long and rest in stillness. Wherever you are, a deep breath in and a long breath out. And all that we have to be grateful for, breathe it in, let it fill you up. And that's what this season invites us to do, to rest in that seat of gratefulness. Beautiful. I'm going to lift the gaze. Okay. I'm going to bring the elbows in. Right? Elbows are coming to start right underneath our shoulders. And this is Sphinx pose. Yeah. Feet can be hip distance here, and this is a wonderful place to stay. Maybe they even come a little bit wider than the hips. And you're welcome to lift up out of the shoulders, taking the crown of your head towards the sky, and then draw the elbows back as the heart reaches to the top of your mat. Yeah. If you'd like a little bit more and it feels safe in the low back, and then the tailbone drops down to the heels. You root the hands, maybe you lift the elbows off the earth. possibly an inch or two, maybe somewhere near straight. No right, no wrong, grateful for the range in your body. Deep inhale, easy exhale. Good. One more here, deep inhale, easy exhale. If the elbows are lifted, slowly lower them down. I'm going to bring that right arm across. Right? So you want that right elbow to be under the shoulder, but now the forearm is coming the same direction as our mat. We're going to bring the feet in a little closer and we're going to roll onto that right hip. So we're stacking the ankles, elbow is in line with our hips, and shoulder in line with the elbow. No? Good. So you might stay here, especially if you have a shoulder injury, and you want to be mindful to not collapse into this right shoulder, but you're actively pressing that right elbow down into the ground, lifting your rib cage off the earth. Okay? And that might feel like enough, or you're going to root down to that right elbow, flex through the feet, take an inhale, lift your hips off the earth, and stretch that left arm long overhead. Beautiful. Nice deep breath in. All the way out. Stay with it. You're welcome to stay here. We're going to take little pulses with our hips. Inhale, let the hips hover above the earth. Exhale, press back up. Right, two more. If you're in movement, inhale, hips hover. Exhale, press up. Right, last one. Lower the hips. Take an inhale. So we're going to roll back onto our belly, right? But we're going to bring that left arm, cross it in front of the right. The palms face to the sky. You might want to block here for your head. We're going to slide the hands away from our body, palms to sky. Forehead can lower maybe onto a block or a pillow. If you don't have support, just be mindful for the neck as you let the head fall towards the earth. Beautiful deep breath in and out. Be grateful for those places where we build strength. And in those places where we find softness. Good. One generous breath in. Maybe you sigh it out. Okay, one more here. Good. We're lifting the gaze. We're going to slide the arms in. So now that left arm is already across our mat. And we're just going to stack that left elbow and under our shoulder. Left palm turns. Coming to the other side. So as the feet come together, we roll to our left hip. And just finding that alignment, ankle, hips, elbow, shoulder. And you might stay here. This is plenty. And again, you're not collapsing down, but you're lifting out of that bottom arm. Right? Wonderful place to stay. If you want more, press down into that left elbow. Flex through the feet. Take an inhale, lift your hips. Right arm reaches overhead. Right? Good. Deep breath in. Full breath out, right? It's the side body that's working here. You can stay or 3 pulses. Inhale, hips lower and hover. Exhale, press to the sky. And 2 more. Inhale, hips hover. Exhale, press up. All right, one more. Let the side belly press you up. And then as you lower down, take an inhale. Exhale, come back to the belly. Cross that right arm in front of the left. Palms to the sky. And then begin to slide the hands away from one another. You might bring your head back down onto some support. Or be soft with the neck if it's hovering in space. All that we have to be grateful for, the effort and the ease. And a few deep breaths here. hands. Final breath, inhale through the nose. You are welcome to sigh it out the mouth. We'll take that inhale to lift our gaze. Slide the hands wide. I'm going to bring them down towards the ribs and press yourself towards the hands and the knees. So we're going to sit our hips back to the heels, and there's a few options. You're welcome to tuck the toes if you want to take a stretch through the feet, bringing your hips down towards the heels. You might lift your elbows off the earth and walk your fingers towards the top of the mat, stretching through the side body, or you can let the elbows soften to the ground, your choice. 3 deep breaths here, wherever you are. Good. Take that last breath here, deep inhale. All the way out with the exhale. Rise the hands and the knees. Toes tuck if they're not already. On that exhale, downward facing dog, hips back to the sky. And that deep, generous breath in. Grateful, loving breath out. Big toes to center, right leg to the sky, 3-legged as you inhale. Look forward, exhale, step all the way through warrior one. You're gonna plant that back heel flat, find a firm foundation, and then rise towards the sky. As you exhale, let the hands come down behind your back, and we're just gonna reach for opposite elbows. So you're gonna bend the arms behind you, and if that's not available, feel free to take hold of opposite wrists or hands. Let the shoulders soften down the back. They don't need to work here. Lean into your front knee and then ground down into your back heel. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Easy breath out. And you're welcome to keep the hands as they are. Okay? If you have a practice, if it's available to come to reverse namaste, the hands are coming to prayer behind your back. And the pinky fingers are pressing towards the spine, elbows draw back. There's a tendency to dump the belly forward and arch the spine. Try as best you can to keep the integrity in the spine by drawing the belly in. Okay? Deep breath in, all the way out. Your last 2 breaths, maybe you lift your heart towards the sky again, mindful to keep the low belly hugged in. Good, one more inhale. As you exhale, slowly lift the chest. We're gonna release the grip of our hands, sweep all the way to the sky, deep inhale. As you exhale, we're gonna take our hands forward inside of our right leg. Lift that back heel, take a breath in, lunge forward. Exhale, pyramid pose, hips to the sky. 2 more, inhale, lunge forward. Exhale, hips to sky. One more deep breath in. Exhale out. So we're going to open into pyramid pose here, and this might be a tricky transition for you. So if you need to lift up and come in, stand from that upright position, feel free. You're just going to heel toe that back foot down. So it's about a 45-degree angle now. Yeah. So drawing that heel towards the center. The right hand is already inside that right foot, and you can always come up to a block. I'm going to take that left arm, circle it forward, and then peel yourself all the way open to the side of your mat. And try to stack the shoulder blades one on top of the other. You can stay here. If you want to play with bound triangle, okay? We've warmed up the shoulders here. You might take a micro bend in that right knee. Bring the right arm underneath that right thigh. Left hand comes back to meet the right, and then you work towards straightening that right leg any amount. Gaze can be up or down, right? There's no right, there's no wrong. Grateful for yoga, grateful for the practice of your body. It's yoga wherever you are. 2 deep breaths. Beautiful. If you have that bind, last inhale here. You'll release the bind. We'll all take a big breath in. As you exhale, let that left hand circle back towards the edge of your mat. Lunge in, hands inside that right foot. Drop your back knee down. Okay? You're gonna untuck the toes and then heel toe your right foot out towards the side of your mat. Let the right knee fall open. Wonderful option to come up on that left hand with a block, right? Just gonna take a little twist through our spine, right hand to the right thigh, and you can come as gentle or deep as you'd like. Just push that right knee away from you. Let the hips drop down and take the gaze towards the back of your mat. Beautiful, deep breath wherever you are. Yeah, one more here. Good. As you inhale, you're going to bring yourself back to center. Heel toe the right foot in. So we're framing our right foot now. Big breath, inhale, look forward. Exhale, Ardha Hanuman. You are welcome to stay here and take a fold at Ardha Hanuman. If you don't have props, this is a wonderful place to stay. Hips over the back knee. Right leg is long. You can also take a bend if it feels a little too tight in that right leg. And where you're welcome to take the hips back. And this is where you might want a block or two or a pillow to come inside that back ankle. And so as you sit your hips down, they're coming inside that left ankle. Right leg is long. Please be gentle with the left knee, so you're welcome to stay lifted, or you'll fold here, lengthen over that right leg any amount. If it's available to take your hips to the earth, then you're in a half virasana, right? Left ankle is outside of the hips. Deep breath wherever you are, in and out. And that practice of gratitude wherever you are. And that as we find effort and ease here on our mat, we find that which we are grateful for, even in the face of challenge, of adversity. And then as we walk the practice of our life, we find that same capacity to live a life of gratitude. And the last two here. You've taken your hips to the back of the mat. Please be gentle. Right? You'll slowly lift the heart first, mindful of your left knee. And we'll all meet a deep breath in, lunge to the top of our mats. And you'll tuck our back toes, lift our back knee. One big breath, three-legged, right leg to the sky.
And then downward facing dog, step your right foot to the earth. Generous breath here. Maybe you walk out the leg. And you can stay right here in downward facing dog. You could rest in child's pose. If you'd like a vinyasa, you'll move with your inhale. Come forward into plank. As you exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, shoulders come forward. We don't go lower than elbow height. Cobra or upward dog as you inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And if you're in downward dog, you're welcome to stay. We'll just be here a few more breaths. If you'd like to rest in child's pose, take another few breaths there. And if you've lowered to child's pose, take the next breath and then come meet us in downward facing dog. And together we'll breathe in. Feel free to sigh it out. Big toes touch. Left leg sweeps to the sky as you inhale, three-legged. Step through with control, warrior one. Ground your back heel. Inhale, reach your arms towards the sky. Beautiful. On that exhale, soften the hands. So we're grabbing hold of opposite elbows, forearms, or wrists, and you're going to try to change the grip. So placing the opposite arm on top or the one that feels more awkward. Right? In warrior one, we press through the outer edge of the back foot and then lean into the front knee. Inner thighs squeeze together. Let the tailbone fall towards the earth. Loving breath in, grateful breath out. This is a wonderful place to be, and opening through the shoulders. Or if you'd like to find reverse namaste, hands are coming to prayer along the back. Right? Pinkies press towards the spine, but we keep that integrity in our body so we're not dumping into the belly to get there. Wherever you are, roll the shoulder blades back, open through the heart, fill with breath. Taking these last two here, lean in a little more, deep breath. Beautiful. This final one, maybe you take your chest towards the sky, strong in the belly. And release the hands. Inhale, sweep all the way up. And as you exhale, wash the hands forward and down towards the earth. Right? You're going to lift that back heel, big breath in, hands are inside that left foot, lunge forward. Exhale, pyramid pose, take your hips to the sky. Two more, inhale, lunge forward. Exhale, hips to the sky. Beautiful, one more. Good. So lift the chest on the inhale. And so we're coming towards that pyramid pose, triangle, from pyramid pose to triangle. So that back heel is going to come in, right? Our left arm is already down, and this is a great place to come up onto a block. You're going to sweep that right arm towards the top of your mat, right? Already peeling that right rib cage open, right fingers to the sky. Gaze can be up or down, you choose. If you want to explore the edge of your practice, right, that grateful place of growth, maybe you take a bind, bend into that left knee just slightly. Left hand comes under the left thigh, right arm reaches back for the left hand. Then you work towards straightening that left leg any amount. Continue to peel the right shoulder back. Beautiful. Wherever you are, deep breath in, all the way out. Two more, wherever you are. You have a bind. Begin to release. Inhale, take that right arm towards the sky. And as you exhale, sweep that right hand down to the back of the mat. Come inside that left leg, lunge forward. Drop your back knee down. Right hand stays under our right shoulder. You're also welcome to come up onto some support. Heel toe that left foot out to the side of your mat. We're taking that rinse through the spine, left hand to the left thigh. And you come as deep as you'd like, right? Or press that left knee away from us. Let the hips drop down and take the gaze towards the back of our mat. And careful not to lock that right elbow and keep that space between the right ear and the right shoulder. 2 breaths. Good. Last one here. As you exhale, unwind back to center. This time our left foot comes to the middle. Lunge as you breathe in. Ardha Hanuman as you breathe out. Right? And so you are welcome to pause here. Hips over the right knee, left leg long. You can always come up onto some support. And that left knee can be bent. If you're coming back with the hips, then you might take that block or a pillow now inside of the right ankle. Right? We're not sitting on that right foot. And you can always stay lifted or take the fold here. If it's available, and the hips can find their way to the earth, and that half virasana, right knee bends and the heel hugs into the right hip. And then folding any amount over that left leg. And wherever you land, deepen your breath. Open to the gratitude and the abundance that is here, no matter what shape we take. What are you grateful for? And can we infuse each precious moment of life with that act of gratitude? To live with gratitude. These deepest breaths of the day, last ones here. And if you've shifted your hips to the back of the mat, just on this next breath, you'll begin to lift your gaze. And please be mindful and gentle with that right knee. I'm going to bring your hands to the earth and then lunge yourself to the top of the mat. And we'll all meet here. Frame our left foot. Back toes tuck, lift that back knee. One big breath, left leg to sky, three-legged. Exhale, downward facing dog. Step your left foot to the earth. Nice big breath in, all the way out. You're welcome to take these final breaths here to remain in downward dog. You might come straight to child's pose. If you'd like one last vinyasa, then you'll inhale forward to plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Cobra or upward dog. And a breath back, downward facing dog. Either taking these last two breaths, stretching out in downward dog, or coming straight to child's pose. We're headed there in a breath or two. And child's pose, if you're not there already, one big breath in when you arrive, and a sigh as you let it out. I'm going to lift our gaze. And we're going to come all the way down onto our backs. So you're welcome to simply free the legs out from underneath you. And slowly, slowly make your way onto the earth. Finding your way into happy baby, soles of your feet to the sky, knees wide. You're welcome to rock side to side, or maybe even hug the knees into the chest. One more breath in, all the way out. Good. We'll bring the knees in and then lower your feet to the earth, hip distance, knees to sky. And just take a little windshield wipe. Let your knees fall right and left, right and left. And that deep, generous breath in, and that full breath out. And the next time you come to center, take a pause. If you have support, whether a pillow or a block or a bolster, you can find your way into a supported bridge pose. So the feet again are hip distance, knees to the sky. And you can take this supported shape, right? Letting the sacrum rest down onto the support. If you don't have the support, but you'd like to rest, you're welcome to either simply let the knees fall into one another or come to Supta Baddha Konasana, soles the feet together, knees wide. Otherwise, we're taking an active bridge pose. So knees are bent, letting the fingers slide down. They find the backs of the heels. The knees stay hip distance, root through your feet, root through your shoulders. You're taking this active bridge, then begin to peel your spine off the earth. Big breath in. Stay lifted as you breathe it out. Maybe you interlace fingers behind your back, wiggle the shoulders under you. Tailbone lengthens towards the heels. Now we hug the hip bones towards the ribs. And the inner thighs spiral down towards the earth. Generous breath wherever you are. Breathe into the chest, all that I am grateful for. And then send it out. May all beings know gratitude. Right, last one here. Breathe in all that I am grateful for. And then as you breathe out, may all beings know abundance. If you're in the active shape, release the hands, lift the heels, slowly lower down. And if you've taken support or you're in another shape, you'll come meet us one more time, letting the knees windshield wipe side to side. Another breath in and out. And so the next time the knees come over towards the left, then just let them fall all the way down. And you can stay here or deepen the stretch by taking your left ankle and placing it on top of the right thigh, just above the knee. And then let the weight of gravity take hold as that right knee falls towards the earth. And you stretch long from the low back all the way down to that right knee. Notice that softly opening breath by breath. And if the mind wants to wander, let it wander to the many blessings that are present in your life, to honor, acknowledge, and offer gratitude for what is, in the places where we feel full. In that prayer, may all beings know peace. May all beings be full and free. And taking this last two breaths here just for you, just to be. That left foot is lifted. Please return it to the earth and then bring your knees to the sky. You're welcome to either windshield wipe side to side. It might feel nice to hug knees into the chest. Maybe you want to find happy baby or even shake the legs out. And take about 3, 4 breaths. Find that gentle release. And then aligning yourself, feet back to the earth, knees to the sky. Maybe you want to take one more windshield wipe, feel free. Eventually letting your knees fall right. Take a pause. You're welcome to stay. It's enough, it's plenty. If you'd like to go a little deeper, then the right ankle lifts now and it places on top of that left thigh just above the knee. And as you breathe out, let go of the effort, let gravity take hold. You soften all the way from the low back down to that left knee. And this pause here as we find this shape to rest in gratefulness, to honor the blessings of your life, and to hold the collective prayer that all beings know peace. In these last few moments, loving breath in and a grateful breath out. That right foot is lifted. Please return it to the earth in the next breath or two. And unwind yourself, knees to sky. And for that final invitation to either windshield wipe the knees, maybe hug the knees into the chest, or find a happy baby. And then as you take these final movements of practice, an invitation to send a prayer to someone else, whether it's someone in need, someone known or unknown. That we might take the gratitude we feel in our lives, we might send a well wish to someone else. And this practice, not just for our healing, but for the healing of one another. May all beings know peace. May all beings be free from suffering. And then slowly, slowly begin to release your legs. So the feet find the earth and any support you might need for Shavasana. Maybe a bolster or pillow under the backs of the knees, a blanket, something to cover the eyes. You let your legs come long. Let the arms rest by your side, palms to sky. And that gesture of letting go, a breath in and all the way out. And that gentle wave of gratitude washes over you.
from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes. Every cell of your being full of love, full of life, honoring and gratitude for what is here, and resting in the prayer that all beings know this peace, resting into Shavasana. Begin to slowly, slowly draw your awareness back to your breath. That loving breath in and a grateful breath out. And that breath of gratitude that begins to wiggle awake the fingers and toes. Movement to the wrists and the ankles. And you begin to find a gentle stretch awake. As you're ready, roll over to one side you choose. And press to any comfortable seat as you're ready. And we'll meet in that gesture of gratitude, bringing the hands together, letting the thumbs rest to the center of the heart. And that final breath in, breathe in, and send it out. May we carry this practice with us off the mat and into the world. And that loving bow of our head to our heart. Namaste. And thank you.